This week really might be one of the biggest weeks for Deadlock since the game has come out, because we are confirmed getting new heroes, and we might even be getting some changes to the map. Hey everyone, this is Connor here at Dead Unlocked, and Yoshi put this out yesterday. I was unable to cover it yesterday, so apologies for getting this out a little late, but he said 8 hours ago that we are planning on releasing a content-focused update this coming week, primarily including a few of the heroes we've been working on that are ready. So, a lot to unpack here. A content-focused update this week, so we don't know what day this week, primarily including a few of the heroes. So primarily, meaning that there's going to be other things on the patch as well, but that the new heroes are the biggest kind of feature of that. And it's just going to be a few of them. So, immediately a few questions come out. What kind of content could we be getting besides the heroes? And what few of the heroes are going to be getting released? And, out of what pool are they talking about? So, if you're new to the channel, we've covered this quite a bit already, but I want to quickly, talk about the heroes that potentially could be coming this week, as well as look at some other leaks that have started to surface, one even showing off a potentially new map. So, let's go through it, and let's look at the heroes first. So, we're going to be Reddit scrolling again here. We love our Reddit scroll videos, but this is the first ever leak that really started this conversation. We've covered it extensively on the channel. I won't spend too much time on it here. But this is that original Deathy leak that first gave us images of the new updated models, as well as a bunch of the new heroes like Boho, Bookworm, Doorman, Drifter, Frank, Priest. You all know them, right? This was the very first image back 4 months ago. I think this was in May. We then get this updated roster right here with new images coming from some of the newer heroes that were shown. This was leaked, okay, yeah, it says it right here, 20 days ago. And this is really one of the biggest launching points where the community started to get excited about the new heroes that are coming to the game, because a lot of these key arts look pretty refined, pretty updated. We have new images for Vindicta, Viscus, things like that. And then finally, we get this kind of hero select screen, which gives us even some alternate images going into, kind of even further potentially confirming that this is a pool of heroes that we should expect in the game. So, this is a great one to look at. I would expect earnestly that all of these heroes end up in the game pretty soon. The question is, we're going to get a few of them early. I don't, speculating which ones is a bit questionable. I will say, I wouldn't expect Wrecker, Trapper, Raven, or Fathom. These are the Hero Labs heroes that have been in the game for a while. I don't think it's going to be them, seeing as they aren't on this. It's kind of they're the 4 heroes that are left out. I would assume those 4 are going to get worked on a little bit more. And so it is probably going to be 4 of these. So, my guess, I think Frank is probably included. I only say that because we've seen Frank's full model leaked, and we've seen his ultimate leak, his abilities. It's not to say he's farther along than others. We've just seen it in action, so I think it's a good place to speculate. But again, we've seen leaks at this point of nearly all of these heroes, right? Like, we've seen a slight Bookworm leak on Reddit. Same for Boho, who's not even featured here. Speaking of, I wouldn't say, because Boho is here and not on this list, maybe Boho is another one that we shouldn't expect. Either way, again, I'm just kind of speculating at air at this point. There's no real basis for which few heroes are going to be coming this week, so I think we should probably go ahead and move on. This is another post that was posted to the Deadlock the Game subreddit. Just keep them coming, some more leaks. So right here, it looks like a hero's kind of, I don't know, backside, I think is a good place to call that, a good thing to call that, I don't know. But I think it's Drifter. He looks menacing as hell, so it looks cool. We get a Punkgoat ability. Looks like this is called Blasted. 60-second cooldown. Passive. Landing melee attacks restores ammo, speeds up reloading, and reduces cooldown of Blasted. And then the active is Smash a Bottle, causing Punkgoat to become blasted, gaining bonus fire rate and move speed. Deal continuous damage to gain up to 3 stacks of Blasted. This is hilarious. I don't know what the word blasted is supposed to mean. I love the idea that he's smashing a bottle. So I'm assuming Punkgoat is just a raging alcoholic. So he's just down in a brew and smashing the bottle because he's blasted. I have no idea, but that sounds awesome. Yeah, this confirms us that Punkgoat, at least to some degree, is going to have melee in his kit. This really explains a lot of the melee changes that we just had. I think they're trying to, again, balance based on what they're seeing in the test server and what they're seeing live. So there's probably a lot going on there. But yeah, this will be interesting to see. Yeah, reloads and some some bonus fire rate and move speed going on here with Punkgoat. Pretty cool. Then lastly, there's a very scuffed image. You can only really see it in the bottom corner of the new map. I'll put the current map on screen as well, so you can kind of see the differences. It's hard to distinguish exactly what's happening here. I think the vending machines have different icons. They're just kind of depicted as single arrows. Maybe vending machines are gone. I'm not exactly sure. There are definitely some tighter groupings on the map. So like these two right here wouldn't normally be there, right? Like there's just some slight changes to how this looks. It's not that significant. Like a lot of it is the same. A lot of it is just kind of icons being changed. So again, I'm not exactly sure how much credence to give this one, how much to dig into it, because at the end of the day, I don't know how significant of a change this is going to be. I anticipate changes are going to come to the jungle and to the map in general. I think that's almost certainly a facet of the game that is changing. I just don't know if we should expect it this week based on this leak. This is kind of a... I think the two more important parts of this leak are this and this. But again, this is still a different image of the map. Some slight changes here, right? So worth at least looking at. But I'd be curious in the comments what you're most excited about for the patch. I wanted to just quickly come on today and make this video. There's not a whole lot that I'm breaking here as far as news goes, but if you're a part of the channel, you know I really want to cover all leaks and big news like this, so wanted to get something up this morning about it. But yeah, very excited for this week. The other facet of this that we don't exactly know is we don't know when this patch is coming. There's been a lot of rumors that, I mean, anytime you have a patch slated for a week, you're going to guess Tuesday or Thursday. I feel like those are just kind of the normal patch days, but this was sent out on a Sunday. We got a July 4th patch at one point, so I wouldn't count Valve out to release this at any point throughout the week. It truly is, I think, pretty unknown when we get this, but if you wanted to earmark tomorrow or Thursday, I think those are pretty good days to kind of maybe bet that this update comes out. As soon as it does, we will be covering it extensively here on the channel. I'm very, very excited. Thank you all so much for the support. We've gotten a ton of subscribers over this last week. It's been really, really amazing to see. I'm glad you all have liked the item breakdown videos. We will keep those going. I'm not going to stop doing those. But when news comes up like this, we have to cover it. And so as soon as new heroes come out, we'll probably be dedicated to covering them for a little bit. And then we'll get back to the item breakdowns and all normal content. So thank you all so much for tuning in as always. And from our house to yours, we'll see you all later this week here at Dead Unlocked. See you next time.